right, so a little trivia. More phone calls are made on this day than any other. It's one of the busiest days for restaurants, and behind Valentine's, it's the second busiest time for flowers to be sent. And in our part of the state, it's also time for an unwelcome guest to come out of hiding to meet up and cause trouble at home. You might see termites swarming in a couple of weeks, but what you don't see is the monumental damage they can cause to your home all year long. They're nature's demolition crew. Joining us with the signs you should look out for and how they can protect your home is Raleigh Jenkins, the president and CEO of ABC Home and Commercial Services. He can make sure you still have a place to come home to when you visit your mom for Mother's Day.
Of course, that's very important.
All right, let me just start with, people have been familiar with you around these parts for such a long time, but the company has been serving Texas for, 75 years now?
Yes, this is our 75th anniversary. Mom and Dad started the business in San Antonio, and I've got brothers in the business in Austin and Dallas, so we are the family business.
And they started the business with one truck?
One truck, yeah, knocking on doors.
Well, I've seen your trucks on the road, and oftentimes I'll stop them and go, "I know Raleigh," and they're like, "Yeah, yes," and they love working for your company.
And I love working with them.
And you've grown over the years. You do all kinds of things: landscaping, outdoor lighting, pool maintenance, pest control. If you got, you can remove bats and possums and roaches, whatever's happening in your home, bed bugs, you all address. But in particular, the next few weeks, we talked about the swarm that's coming. Termites. There are basically 3 different types.
Yes, I mean the one more. Drywood termites, really important around the coastal line, very populated area for them. And then Formosan, or subterranean termites living in the ground, they're all over Texas. But the Formosan, the big colonies, the ones that had just a huge appetite for wood and do a lot of damage in a short period of time.
Yeah, and really kind of in this area, one thing they like is humidity and heat. And what do we have
What
here?
do we have?
Yeah, right?
It's a beautiful thing.
So it's not if, but when termites might invade your house. In fact, a 95% chance every structure will get termites at some point.
It's going to happen. And so you need to be educated on it. I mean, what's great about the internet is you can go in there and do a Google search and try to look what damage looks like, what does a bug look like, and then jump on it right away.
Yeah.
I mean, don't let that
it's
go
kind of like
on
a
to the next
disease.
year.
By the time you see symptoms, by the time you see the outward symptoms, they've been working at it for a while. And literally what they're working on, I've been in a house before where they said, okay, let's walk away from here because the actual beam was basically eaten away, but you didn't know it. Okay, so what are some of the signs that you should look for that you kind of go, what's this?
Well, some of it's damage. I mean, you'll see a little pinhole somewhere with dirt on it, and you kind of knock it off. Next day, it's back again. Some of it could be the swarmers, the ones that fly out, and you see these winged insects. You need to real quick take a picture of them, send them to somebody, or do a search. The other would be just the overall damage. I mean, when you get in there and you grab the wood and it just kind of crumbles in your hands.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember touching some framework and it's like, whoa, okay. And then like the little mud tubes.
That they're building up and in. But it's the repair of that damage that's expensive. It's not just eradicating the problem. It's fixing the house back again. And that's why insurance policies, they won't cover this because the likelihood is so high that they're not going to cover something that you're probably going to have.
Yeah, so it's just got to be part of your home maintenance. So prevention is where we always want to start. Obviously, if some damage has already occurred, you can kind of rectify that. But let's start with how do we protect our home and be proactive about this? So
we put out a product called Centricon, and we put bait stations in the ground around the perimeter of the house. The idea is when termites are foraging around, trying to find new food sources, they find our stations, they go into them, they feed on it for a while, they take that product into the colony itself, and they eliminate the colony. It's so much more exciting and beneficial what we do today than what we used to do in the past.
Yeah, because I think a lot of us are like, shake the can, get the can. It's like you can't possibly get every one of them, right?
No.
Yeah. So this way, you employ them to help you in the process.
Right. And when I love it when they're going to work for ABC. Then all of a sudden, boom, we eliminate it. And we're protecting your neighbors as well. But your home's the most valuable asset you have typically. And so you want to make sure you're looking for them, you're aware of it, and you can do the preventative treatment all the time.
Yeah. All right. So how often would you do something like that have you allowed?
So once we install the stations, we're out there about every quarter, looking at them, see if they're feeding on them, adding more bait to that station, and continuing to work on the elimination of that colony itself. Yeah,
because the thing is, with our climate, they really kind of work at stuff all year long. Those termites, don't they?
They do. I mean, our winter in the soil, the temperatures stay at the right temperature so that they're able to function and do everything they need to do and find new wood and continue the damage.
I wonder if the termites talk to each other like, don't go to the Johnson home, bad things are happening there. They don't have a good reputation for us.
They do. No, they do. This is a bad area. Stay away.
That house right there. All right. And so just we start with a phone call. You'll do the inspection?
Yeah, so we'll come out, we'll inspect it, we'll put together a program for you, and you'll understand exactly what you're buying at that point in time and the protection we're going to be putting out there. And then you got a long term, you can worry about other things about your home. Don't worry about termites after that.
Yeah. And we can talk to you while you're out there about
Yes.
other things that might concern us, or you might see some other things. Okay, so I just got to ask you about this. Like, just please tell me there's going to be no judgment. If, I'm hypothetical, if someone's Christmas lights are still up, could you just rush out, knock them down, and not say anything?
And do it really quick and don't
Yeah,
let the
yeah,
neighbors
yeah,
know that
yeah,
it
no
happened. We
shame.
can do it at night if you really want to do
Oh,
it. Yeah,
there you
we'll
go.
get in and get out and turn them off.
Yeah,
At least
you
turn
know
them
what?
off. And don't leave them on anymore.
I've got a neighbor. I might call you. To come on out
Well,
there.
happy to do it.
Raleigh, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
ABC Home and Commercial Services has a special offer for Great Day Houston viewers. Right now, you can get $75 off installation of your termite bait station when you mention Great Day. Remember, there's a 95% chance you'll get termites, and chances are they're already working between your walls. Call at 713-730-9500. Again, that's 713-730-9500, or visit them online at abchomeandcommercial.com/Houston.